everything is centered around my body at this point. And that's just life post BBL. That's just how it is. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. Today's video is going to be all about my recovery and a 3-month post-op update. So I did not do a 1-month, 2-month video update. So I'm gonna bring you guys up to speed really quickly just on how my body was acting the first 2 months up until now and this point. And then we're gonna talk about just 3 months. So my first month was pretty hard because my skin was so sensitive, guys. And although I may not record and document everything for my YouTube, I am super active on my surgery page. So I'm going to insert some videos from 1 month so you guys can see how my body has changed. Because one thing about surgery is your body is going to change. It is a roller coaster ride, okay? I feel like some days I look different every single day. So just keep that in mind when it comes to recovery. And when you're watching my update videos, you will see how my body progresses and you'll be on this journey with me as well. So the first month my skin was super duper sensitive, and I mean sensitive to the touch still, because as soon as I got back from DR, I mean you have to do everything on your own. That's putting on your own t-shirt, putting on your own faja, and these things sound small, getting up out of bed by yourself, but when you're at the recovery house, they do all of these things for you, you guys. So the first month was a little rough because I had to get back acclimated to life post BBL. And you guys need to know that life after BBL is completely different. So that first month, I had to be very sensitive in the shower when I was washing, because my skin, just when you touched it, it just felt like super, I can't really describe the feeling, but it's sensitive to the touch. You don't want to touch your skin too much. You don't want to bump your skin too much because it is so sensitive, so sore. So that was the thing. Also, me learning how to adapt and to get my faja on. At this point, that 3 months, I know how to get in my faja, get out, you know, like clockwork. But when I first got back in my first month, I had to really maybe set out some time, some extra time, like 30 minutes, maybe even a whole hour, just to get my faja on in the morning, like just to make sure, you know, I had to make sure I peed and pooped before I got to work, because little things like that, you just want to make sure. Also, with 1 month post-op, I was not able to really bend down. I'm now able to, at 3 months, like move my body, like for example things like this, but at 1 and 2 months post-op I was not able to do that. I wasn't able to really bend over. If something dropped, I kind of had to have somebody help me, or I had to bend at the knee. I couldn't bend at my midsection because my stomach was so sore and it wouldn't really stretch too much. And when I was getting my massages, these sides areas were the most painful things. It's gonna be the last thing to stop hurting. Even now still, at 3 months, if you kind of push my sides or touch my sides a little too much, it's still kind of painful. So that's another thing to keep in mind as well. Sure. So that's all going on at 1 month, okay? We go on to 2 months. At 1 month, I wasn't experiencing any abnormal pain. I was still going to get my massages once a week. So pretty much my body, like when it was time for me to get a massage, I kind of felt it in my body. Yeah, so that's that. What else? Okay, so here we go for 2 months. At 2 months post-op is when I feel like I kind of started to experience some lipo itch, and basically my skin started to feel so itchy at random times, guys. Like, I'm doing hair, I'm a hairstylist, so I'm in the salon, and randomly it's just like an itch that you cannot control. And this comes from healing, internal healing. It's really like an internal itch, and when I say that, that means like you're gonna scratch that area, but it's gonna itch still. You're gonna scratch it until your skin is red, and it's not gonna help. So that's what's going on around 2 months. I was still experiencing a lot of swelling at 2 months. My body, it was just swollen. That's the best way to describe it. My body was super duper swollen. So, okay, so another thing about 1 and 2 months post-op, 1 month post-op, I pretty much still had trouble sitting down certain ways, getting out of bed, certain seating positions. My butt would hurt when I sat on it for long periods of time. I kind of ditched my boppy pillow around 2.5 months, and as of now at 3 months I don't even use my boppy pillow. So that's just to give you guys an idea of the gradual healing process. So now that I am 3 months post-op, some things that are going on with me and my body right now is I'm having those, I don't know what to call it, but post-surgery, like maybe body dysmorphia. I don't know if that's the correct way to really describe it, but it's like you have to get used to seeing yourself the way you see yourself, if that makes sense. Like pre-surgery, you imagine like, oh, I want a big butt, I want my stomach flat or whatever. Okay, and when you finally have it, naturally, like I look in the mirror and my first instinct is to nitpick, even though I know that my body has come a long way and I look completely different than what I looked like before surgery. It's a mind thing. Like your mind plays tricks on you. One day I might look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, my stomach looks fat. The next day I might look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, my butt looks small. Like what is going on here? So those are some things I'm kind of going through at 3 months post-op. I currently feel like my butt has actually shrunken. It has shrunk down. That's what I feel like. Other people, when they see me, they're like, oh my gosh, your butt is so big. And I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, I don't even think it's that big. I really don't think it's that big. So that's what's going on with me mentally. I no longer get massages at 3 months. When I came back from DR, I got a total of 6 massages, and then I didn't do any more massages. One, because to be 100% honest with y'all, massages down in the US are expensive. When I was in DR, the massages were $20. So we massaged it up. When we get down here, the cheapest I found was $75. And it's just kind of a thing of like, massages are necessary. Yes, I will say that. But after 6, even my masseuse was saying like, Naila, you're completely soft. You don't need any more. Like if you do get more massages, it's more so for maintenance purposes. Like maybe if you want to sculpt your body, or you're trying to just go to an event and you want your waist to be a little bit smaller. But overall, she was telling me that I'm pretty much soft. I didn't have any more fluids, any more like scar tissue or anything like that that needed to be massaged out. So I kind of took it upon myself to say, you know what, if I do feel any hard spots or anything like that, I'm just gonna self-massage myself. So I'm no longer getting massages. My body is experiencing intense lipo itch. So intense itch. As soon as I take my faja off or I take a shower, it's like the itchiness is instant. Like it seems as if my skin only doesn't itch where there's something up on my skin or there's something pushed up against my skin. I'm also like a little more lenient with my faja. I'm in my faja all the time, but now when I go out in public, I don't wear my faja. Before, at 1 and 2 months post-op, I would still wear my faja. I would just wear clothes that would kind of conceal it. But now at this point, Dr. Mora's assistant has told me that I can stop wearing my faja if I want to. So I took that as, you know, I'm not going to stop wearing my faja because your body is moldable up until 6 months. So I want to keep my faja on for at least 6 months while my body still has the moldability to be able to, you know, shape the way I want it to be shaped. But when I go out, I do not wear my faja. Now, with that, when you don't wear your faja, your body swells up. So I do still experience when I'm not wearing my faja, my body swells. I can see it visibly. I can feel it. If I'm in one position for a long time, like let's say I'm sitting down, when I get up, my lower back may hurt. It's like a sore feeling. It's like, maybe I describe it as like after you work out and you get a soreness. It's kind of like that, but you can feel like when you get up, you can just feel your skin. It feels like your body is like settling back down, like, because when you're compressed all in your faja, your body has no opportunity to swell up. Like you're sucked in. So when you are out of that faja and your body starts expanding, you can feel that. So that is what's going on. I no longer have a hard time sitting down. I sit down without my bobby pillow. I sleep on my stomach still, but with that comes sometimes my lower back area hurts. Now I do wear my front boards, ab boards, and back boards with my faja. I'm still in my stage 2 faja. I get it altered. I haven't got it altered in a while because sometimes it can cause like tension here on my shoulders, and I don't like that. So I'm in my contour stage 2 faja. I'm thinking of getting another one just for the last 3 months that I'm going to be wearing my faja. But yes, so I'm a little bit more lenient with my faja at 3 months. My body at this point, I feel like I don't really have any more swelling. Like when you go through that period where your body is super swollen, your butt may look huge because you're still swollen. I think at this point, this is the shape. Like this is my body's shape. This is what I'm going to look like. This is how my BBL results have settled, is what I'm thinking. Now I'm gonna come back to y'all at 6 months and we can compare and we can see. But at 3 months, I really feel like, you know, I'm not gonna really change too much drastically anymore. So when I take my faja off, and you guys, I don't think I'll be able to show you, only because I'm not gonna stay out of my faja too long for my body to have the opportunity to swell up. But so when I come out of my faja, immediately my waist is snatched, like cinched, because this compression has been sucking me in. But I noticed that when I do swell up, my body goes straight. So I'm not sure if it's an unrealistic expectation of me to have for my body to, my waist to stay cinched in like that, because I don't know. I don't know if it's unrealistic, because one thing about BBLs is you have to know that it's an enhancement surgery. So your butt, your hips, all that kind of thing, your doctor is enhancing what you naturally have. So the shape of your butt is still gonna be the shape of your butt. It's just gonna be bigger. My butt is the same exact shape, it's just bigger. And so that's something that I had to learn as well, because sometimes I think we get a BBL and we think, oh, I'm gonna have a new butt, I'm gonna have a new this, new that. It's you, it's just enhanced you. So think of it in that manner. So beforehand, I was always kind of straight. So even when my body swells up though, I'm still pleased with my shape, my physique, and how I look. But I do think like y'all are gonna hate me for saying this, but I do think I want a round 2. Like I really do think that I'm gonna get another round of surgery, because I just want my waist cinched in more. I want my hips to be a tad bit more exaggerated. Like I really want that vixen look. Like I feel like when I first got into surgery, like I was like, oh, I want to look natural. And now that I'm out, I'm like, it's a little bit too natural. People look at me and they're like, oh, I can't even tell you how surgery. So if that's the look you are going for, like, so be it. Like 100% cool. But I just kind of want something a little bit more exaggerated. But I love my shape. I've come such a long way. And so, yes, I just want to make sure I'm going over everything with y'all about what's been going on with me these past 3 months. It's been a mental roller coaster. BBL recovery is kind of like a forever type thing, honestly, because you move different after surgery. Like everything about you is different. Like you have to make sure you're eating. I've noticed that I don't really eat that much. So now that I'm trying to maintain my fat and I don't want to lose any fat, I'm trying to make myself eat. I'm trying to force myself to have real meals, like not just cereal here and there, you know, real meals. So that's another thing. I'm kind of struggling with eating. I'm trying to make myself eat, make myself get enough calories a day, you know. And then there's also that mind thing of like, oh, I want to maintain my shape. I don't want to eat too much. What if I'm eating too little? Like I'm learning to just not stress myself, because once you look a certain way, it's like you're going to do everything in your power to stay that way. So my mind kind of over stresses and it's like, oh my gosh, like, am I eating enough? Am I doing this enough? I want to keep my shape. I want to maintain my hips. When I work out, am I doing the right workout? So really, after surgery, your life completely changes. It consumes you. Like it really consumes you, because at this point in my life, everything I do revolves around my body. Everything. When I drink alcohol, I know that I'm going to swell up. When I'm out of my faja, I know I'm going to be sore. Like everything is centered around my body at this point. And that's just life post BBL. That's just how it is. So Thank you guys for watching my journey. At this point, I'm gonna be in a bikini. I'm gonna show you guys my shape. I'm going to show you where my incisions are. I'm going to do a full circle for you guys. I'm going to try on just a few clothes so you can see how my silhouette looks in clothing, and you can just get the full effect and transformation of how my shape is. So if you guys have any questions and I left anything out, just leave it in the description box, and on my next update video, I will be sure to update you guys on your questions and things like that. If you're not already following me on social media, please do. Those links will be below. All right, guys, so here I am 3 months post-op in my bikini. Here's a front view. I'm gonna do front side, and then we can talk about kind of what my body looks like. And so I just took my faja off, so you might see some dents and things on my body because, like I was telling you guys, my body is still super moldable. So if I have something against my skin, it's gonna make a mark on me. So right now, I'm gonna give you guys a front, side, and back view. So a few things that happened, what I was telling y'all about, is the swellings. The longer I stay out of my faja is when these kind of, like this little cinched part, it kind of straightens out. So yeah, that's that. Now as of now, it seems as if I kind of lost all my lats, which is kind of like the fat at the top, and it seems like I only got like a little bit of fat down here, like at the hip. So that's fine with me. I wish I would have kept my lats, but just keep in mind that when you do surgery, these type of things can happen. You can lose fat places and things like that. So I'm gonna show you guys my incisions. So I have an incision here. I have an incision here. I also have incision in my belly button. You can't really see it right now. And then I also have 2 incisions on the lower vagina. And I have some incisions up under my butt, under the cuff, kind of up under here. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have 2 incisions on my back. One is here, and then one is like kinda where my bra strap line is where my other incision is at. So I feel like Dr. Mora did a really good job on hiding my incisions and making sure my incisions weren't too visible. And you know, because like a dead giveaway of a BBL, because you really can't notice my incisions unless I point them out to you, and I really like that. So I'm gonna give y'all one more spin around, and I'm gonna try on a dress, and then that'll conclude our video. All right, y'all, so this is how I look in a dress. I just put a black plain dress on for y'all so y'all can see my silhouette and the shape and how I look when I go out. This is the side view. Dr. Mora definitely did his thing. I'll say that. He definitely gave me natural slim thick. And the booty does move. I'm completely 100% soft. The booty, like, nothing is hard, everything moves. So yes, and thank you so much for watching this journey with me, y'all. I hope I'm helping you. I hope you learning. I hope you just, you know, everybody's BBL experience is not the same, so watch me, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt, but I'm just being 100% transparent with you guys to get y'all ready, okay, to get y'all ready for this, because it is not easy, okay.